This is TalkSport Extra Time. We are the two mics, and it is at that time for many people's favourite part of this show, which is the quiz for Porky. We normally every week we pick a subject that you profess to be an expert in, and despite the fact that you've said to me on numerous occasions, you tried to put this off last week. You said there can't possibly be enough questions about ducks to make a quiz.
Well, not sensible questions.
Well, we've got 10 questions here.
Probably some stupid questions.
Not stupid questions at all. They've been put together by a very thoughtful group of.
In fact, can I tell you something? Can I tell you something?
Yes.
Can I tell you something? Just to put you all straight, because you're clearly in league with these guys behind the glass here, right? All trying to.
Nobody's in league with anybody.
Yes, you are.
Not at all.
Yeah, trying to make out that
an allegation that you can.
Trying to make out that I'm some kind of Jewshead who doesn't know anything about anything, And I'll tell you one thing, for instance, right? So John, the master of the old board over there, what do you call it? The old mixing desk. That's right. Yeah, and playing those songs about quack quack, right?
Yeah.
I can tell you something. Only 5% of ducks ever quack anyway.
Really?
Ducks mostly whistle; they don't quack.
Well,
okay?
I hear ducks quack.
Well,
all the time.
I said 5% of ducks quack, and quacking is louder than whistling. So you do
this is
a bit
what
of quacking.
It sounds like when ducks quack.
That's right. Yeah, it is. But most ducks don't quack. Most ducks whistle.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, funny enough, we haven't got a question about ducks quacking.
Well, so I'll tell
here.
you that anyway.
But as usual, these questions have been compiled by independent sources.
You mean your mates behind the glass?
No, not
to try
at
and
all.
make me look like a gibbering idiot.
Well, as we've said many times, you can do that quite well on your own.
See?
As per usual, they are not multiple choice, and if you get any right, which I suspect you won't, you will hear this sound.
You've predetermined this.
You will hear this. Just be quiet. You will hear this sound.
Macho duck. He's a macho duck.
If you get any wrong, you'll hear this.
On this crazy introduction, you've gone about Donald Duck wearing sailor suits and all that. What's that got to do
with ducks?
What's that got to do with the natural history of our country involving our wildlife fowl?
Well, as you will... Wildlife fowl?
Yeah.
Wildfowl, you mean?
Fowl, yeah.
Wildlife fowl.
Yeah.
Isn't that what somebody does when they pull the wildlife down in the Pelty area?
No.
Wildlife fowl.
No, listen, come on.
All right, number one. Can you name 3 stars of the movie The Wild Geese?
What's that got to do with ducks?
Well, of course it's got to do with ducks. Geese, ducks, same kind of thing.
No, they're not. They're not. Geese and swans are not ducks.
Well, never mind. It's part of the duck quiz, so please answer the question.
One of them was Richard Harris.
Correct.
One of them was Simon Templar.
Simon Templar's not an actor.
Roger Moore,
correct. Yeah, well, you're nearly there, so you can get this one right. You need one more. You only need one more.
Roger Moore, Richard Harris. I don't think Richard Burton was in it, because he was dead, I think. And he drunk himself... No, I think he drunk himself to death about 10 years earlier on stage in London. I'll just have another 16 bottles of vodka.
It was near the end of his acting career.
Right, Richard Harris, Roger Moore, and the third one, Wild Geese, Africa, purple beret hats. Got the face in my mind. It would be Donald Pleasance. No, it wasn't him. It wasn't Donald Pleasance.
I don't think he was in it.
It was. I tell you, it was the other tough guy. Richard Harris. Michael Caine wasn't in it. He was in Zulu with Richard Harris.
Yeah.
So it must be. Let me think.
You're running out of time here.
Let me think. Stanley Baxter? No, not Stanley Baxter. Stanley Baker. Stanley Baker was
dressed as a woman.
No, Stanley Baker. Patrick McGowan. He was a good guy. I don't think
you're going to get it, are you?
Well, I've nearly got it anyway.
You could have said, all right, I'm afraid I'm going to have to say no. You could have said Stuart Granger.
Stuart Granger.
You could have said Hardy Kruger, who's always plays the sort of the foreign guy.
Nobody's ever heard of Hardy Kruger.
And you could have had Richard Burton, but you said he wasn't in it.
I said Richard Burton.
You said he wasn't in it.
I said Richard Burton.
You said he was dead. You said he was dead.
I said Richard Burton. I demand you give me the
0 out
points.
of 1.
No, that's rubbish.
Right.
Was Richard Burton in it?
Yes, he was.
Well, I mentioned Richard Burton.
No, you said he wasn't in it. You said he was dead. Question number 2.
Damn it.
What is the life expectancy of a mallard?
A mallard? 3 years.
Incorrect.
That's not incorrect. It's not incorrect.
It's 20 years.
No.
It is.
Some live till 20 years, but the average life expectancy of a mallard is 3 years.
I didn't say average. I said, what's the life expectancy? It's 20 years.
It's not. It's not.
20 years on average.
No, it's
yes, it
rubbish.
is.
Listen,
0 out of 2.
Well, you're telling me you go to a duck pond for 20 years, so your little kid is 3 when you start feeding the bird bread and all that kind of stuff, and then you say that duck's still there when the child is 23.
Sure.
Utter nonsense.
Yeah, that's what my experts tell me.
Drivel.
Well, you're supposed to know this. You're in a duck conservancy.
I do know it.
Question number 3. The Marx Brothers
We've never had a duck who's been there longer than 3 years.
The Marx Brothers starred in Duck Soup. Can you name them?
Can I name what?
The Marx Brothers. This is easy.
What a stupid question. Nothing to do with ducks.
The movie was called Duck Soup.
Right. Groucho.
Yep.
There was one guy who didn't speak. He was dumb.
That's right.
Yeah.
Unlike you, who does speak and is also dumb.
Yeah, that's funny, dude.
I think it is, yeah. Sorry.
Everybody's cackling with laughter. Oh, I see, yeah.
Come on, then.
Right, Roberto Marx, Groucho Marx. Wasn't it Roberto? Thought there was. Groucho Marx. He was the guy with the cigar.
He was.
Who said, give me a crocodile sandwich and make it snappy.
Yeah. He also said he wouldn't belong to any club that would admit him as a member.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I know.
You need to hurry.
I know. Groucho... Peppo. There was a Peppo.
No.
Peppo Marx.
No, do you?
Yeah, a Bonio Marx. Or something like that, wasn't it? Benito Marx? No? Look, what's the problem?
Can't go on.
What's the problem?
All right, I'm going to have to say no to that. I think he's got that wrong, isn't he? Groucho.
Groucho. Said Groucho.
Harpo. Who was the one who was mute. Yeah. Chico, who was the one with the funny little hat, and Zeppo was the hard one to know because he was the
what a stupid question. What do you think I know about the Marx Brothers?
I didn't really
think they were very funny.
All right, now we've got to move on. 0 out of 3. Number 4. What sport do the Anaheim Ducks play?
Anaheim Ducks?
Yes.
That would be ice hockey.
Correct.
Thank you.
He's so happy.
I got the first question right as well, so that's 2.
No, that's 1 out of 4.
It's 2.
Question number 5. Which region of Britain uses the phrase "me duck"?
That is the East Midlands, Nottingham and Derby.
Correct.
Because, of course, I know that because I went to the University of the Trent,
yes,
which is in Nottingham.
I've got something to tell you about that, actually.
Okay.
Question number 6. Where is the Gressingham duck from?
The what?
The Gressingham duck.
The Gressingham duck. Well, it must be from Gressingham, I suppose. I don't know where Gressingham
that's
is.
the obvious answer, yeah, but where is that?
Right, Gressingham. Right, is it in this country?
It is.
In that case, it's from the Norfolk Broads area.
Incorrect. It's from Lancashire, just outside Lancaster, actually. So 2 out of 6. Question number 7.
3 out of 6.
2 out of 6.
50%.
Question number 7. What famous Antipodean creature shares a part of a duck's anatomy?
Huh?
Which famous Antipodean creature shares a part of a duck's anatomy?
Antipodean is Australian.
Correct.
An Australian creature which shares a piece of a duck's anatomy. Do you mean like a duck's ass or something? Or are you talking about the haircut?
I'm not going to give you a clue.
The haircut. What was that called?
What was the haircut? Duck's haircut.
Yeah, what was it called?
Ducks don't have a haircut.
No, it was called something.
Like a mohawk.
No. Duck's quiff or something it was called.
Duck's quiff.
Hang on a sec. This is a stupid question, this. So it must be something that is relative to Australia, can only be a kangaroo or...
The famous duck-billed kangaroo.
No.
The answer is duck-billed
platypus.
No, you don't get it.
Platypus. I did.
You got it wrong.
I did.
You got it wrong.
I was getting there.
No.
I'm sorry, I'm claiming that one. I'm claiming that one.
Now, the next one is you're going to have to hear this before I ask you the question.
That is it. I am not standing any more of this. I am giving up my title. I am going to run away to South America.
Oh, sir, think of the family name.
Huh? Who wants to think Duckula?
Now, I don't know if you recognise that as Count Duckula, which was a very famous animated TV series for children.
Oh, really?
Which iconic British actor did the voice of Count Duckula?
How long ago was this?
It was probably in the last 10 years or so.
Oh, my God. What? That was a British actor's voice?
Mm-hmm. Actually, I tell a lie. It was more back at the it was originally run in the early 90s. So it's your kind of era.
I reckon that's, yes, David Jason.
Amazing.
Good.
How did you get that one?
Fantastic. Amazing.
Now, we've only got a very, very short amount of time, so you've now
I've got
what,
5.
3? No, you've got
Five.
3, I think.
5.
You got
I got
no, you got
platypus
3 out of 8.
and
You
I
didn't
got
get
wild
platypus.
geese. Yes, I did.
I'll go to...
I did get
You got
platypus.
3 out of 8.
I got
now,
platypus.
in a very short space of time, like 5 seconds, can you rhyme 5 words with duck? Very good.
Thank you.
You can't say that word, of course, obviously. Question number 10.
Yeah.
Can you describe 3 ways to cook a duck?
Yes, you can either roast it.
Yep.
Roasted duck.
Yep.
Or you can fry it.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Fried duck. Or you can boil it.
Well, you could boil it. You wouldn't want to cook it.
Yeah,
we wouldn't really want to, we wouldn't want to do that. Have you got a better one than boil?
Yeah, okay. You could... well, how many ways can you cook things? You can roast it, you can fry it, or you can eat it cold.
I'll give you a point for that.
I know.
I'll give you a point for
you
that.
can put it in pate.
You can't put it in pate. That's just not cooking it.
Yeah.
We're going to give you 4 out of 10, which is actually the highest score you've ever achieved in any quiz.
I want at least 6. I
You've
want
got-
I
you
want
can't have-
platypus and I want wild geese.
No, you can't have that.
I mentioned Richard Burton.
You said he was dead.
In wild geese, and I got to platypus duck.
No, you didn't. When I said duck-billed kangaroo, you suddenly said duck-billed platypus.
I said duck-billed platypus before you got the answer.
4 out of
demanding.
10. I think you should be happy with 4 out of 10. It's the best performance ever. Perhaps Porky Parry is indeed an expert on ducks.